Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Health on this terrific Tuesday here in Connecticut. Life's good, campers. Life is good. Anyway, you guys know that I am interested in golf, and I'm not very good at it. I don't golf a lot anymore. I used to golf pretty good. I could get in the 80s when I was years ago. I haven't done it in a while. I golf maybe once, twice a year tops with my brother, and we talk trash. That's about it. He kills me. He's a good golfer. So it gives my younger brother a chance to do me in. But anyway, I was watching the golf match, the BMW. And I like Jordan Spieth very much. I do believe that I think his overall talent is superior to anybody out there at the moment. It wasn't Tiger or Phil talent, but I do think his talent is, especially around the greens, is superior to Scheffler and John Rahm and Rory. There's no question about it. I think it is. He's absolutely brilliant 100 yards in. Brilliant. But tee to green, there's a problem. Tee to green, there's a problem. Now, I was watching this, and once again, he faded either at the end in the back nine or towards the end of the tournament. He always fades. Now, that could be intestinal fortitude, if you know what I mean. He's won many, many tournaments in his life. Majors, high-stress tournaments, I don't believe he's choking. I think it's something else. Now, even when he was running the table back then, his tee to green game was not great. It just wasn't. But anyway, so I had my laptop with me, and I'm watching the golf match, and I did a little Google search. And I'll tell you what, again, I don't claim to know what's wrong with his swing or anything about fixing it. But I know one thing that's wrong. The way he works out and the way he eats is a joke. And he is only fooling himself. Okay? Now, I watched a couple videos of him where he considers himself a workout nerd. Well, I'll tell you what. If you're a workout nerd, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. And the little bit that I saw, his personal trainer, and I'm not going to get into names or anything like that, is just letting him fool around and roll around with silly little exercises, not doing what he's supposed to do. Strength, flexibility, and endurance, he's got none of those three. None of them. He's just fooling himself. Now, with that said, the tee to green game, he's never been a long bomber. And I'm not talking about winning long drive contests and beating DeChambeau, who doesn't swing that hard anymore. But he is down at the bottom as far as distance and total driving and all that sort of stuff. Now, for the last year and a little time, he was just spraying the thing all over the yard. He's gotten past that. He looks like he's straightened it out a little bit, but there's no power. Guys, I'm telling you right here, right now, I could put 20 plus yards on every single club. Wouldn't take long. Take a couple weeks to a month. And if you want to stick with it, by this time next year, he would be he'd be number one in the world. If he could just tread water, tee to green, he beats everybody else by a mile 100 yards in. And when the PGA is dying for a little charisma at the top, his pretty boy good looks, he'd be fine. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves him. And I'm telling you, I don't know about his swing. My brother knows a little bit more about it, and he talks about, his this, that, and he's not following. I don't know about that. I do know I can make him stronger, more flexible, with with more endurance almost overnight. I can give him exercises that he can do on the course, which give him a spike in strength, flexibility, and endurance. And I can do it all for you too. Now there's another thing. For the longest time, he considered himself a sugar addict. And he's cutting out all sugar. Now, if you follow my videos at all, guys, sugar is not the villain. Sugar in all its forms is not the villain. Guys, with my high carb diet, my high fruit diet, I eat more sugar. I've eaten more sugar today than Jordan Spieth will in a month. And I'll tell you what, I'm old enough to be his father for sure, his grandfather. If I was a little frisky when I was a teenager, I could wipe him out at any fitness endeavor whatsoever. He's a better golfer than me. I could outrun him in any. He is fooling himself if he thinks he's in top shape. He fades the back nine on he starts off, he fades at the end of a tournament. Sunday, he's nowhere to be found. And I find that hard to believe he's choking. I think he's toast. Now, if he is turned into a sugar phobe, what's he doing? He's running on coffee. Now, he said he wanted to make healthier choices. He didn't get very specific with his diet, but he wanted to make healthier choices. And I guarantee you, his idea of a healthy choice and my idea of a healthy choice are two different things. He is not, I guarantee you, on a high-carb diet. He's not. High-fruit diet, frugivore diet. I could make him number one in the world with a bullet if he would follow what I was going to do. I think he's that talented. Now, Scheffler and Rahm are terrific. They're not as good as him. I'm telling you, if he could just break even, not even dominate tee to green, just break even with the top 10, top 20 players, could run the table. He could win Grand Slams. He's that good. Without Tiger or Phil around, he could be better than that. He's much better than Brooks Koepka. Much better. Old Roy Boy Brooks. I'll do something on him down the road. But, again, now, I admire his talent. I think he'd be great for the game, a little charisma. He's still young. He still has 20 years of a reign of terror. I think he could really put some numbers up. It ain't going to happen like this. It's not going to happen like this. He just squeaked in to the final of the FedEx Cup at number 30. The notion that he is squeaking in to be top, guys, he should be number one with a bullet. The notion that he is number 30, guys, he's doing something wrong. Now, again, his swing, don't know. Guaranteed, in a month time at the most, 20 yards on every club I give him, if not more, depending on where you want to take it. Guaranteed. And I can do that for all of you too. All right? All right. Eat and drink fruits and vegetables and live. Oh, and if you got with the diet and the juices and all this, oh, please. Fading on Sunday, he'd be sprinting up the hills of Augusta on Sunday. He'd be sprinting down Bethpage Black, back nine. Now he's gulping coffee and sugar phobia. It's all wrong. It's all wrong. Eat and drink fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Not the fake stuff, true power. Love you all.